Okay, so gonna be starting YouTube and starting X, and I'm gonna confirm that both are working. Alrighty, so we got X is a little bit slow, but here we go. Like I have fixed some things up here. Oh, I see. Okay. Alrighty, and I'm gonna check out, make sure YouTube is going. I have to bring some more energy to this. I'm gonna wake up a little bit earlier for the next one. Okay, it seems like YouTube didn't rename. That's fine. We'll just we'll take care of that later. Okay, so we are streaming now, and we're just gonna stick to X and YouTube, not worry about all the fuss, all the details. I'm just gonna share this with all the communities. Give you a moment, and then we'll get started. Alrighty, come on, come on, come on. So we haven't been actually scheduling the sessions officially on the different platforms, and I'm gonna start doing that now because it does actually bring a larger level of professionalism to the sessions so that everyone's aware of the schedule ahead of time, and of course it'll be reflected on the site and the portal. Um, oh yeah, so some of the feedback I get is to be conscious about saying, I used to do this stuff before, maybe about a few years ago. I would be doing live sessions, and I trained myself out of saying It seems like I have redeveloped that habit, so I'll be more conscious, make sure that doesn't. There it is. Okay, couple of things to talk about while everybody's loading up. It's 5:18 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be looking at the London market session covering the dollar index, covering Euro USD, covering XAU USD, Dow, SPX, NASDAQ, Bitcoin, Sol, Ethereum, Tetsuo. A few more things to mention. There's with each day of the market is telling us a story. With each live session, the market is telling us a story for each pair. There's also there's in terms of a fractal outlook, there's a smaller story, there's a larger story, and there's the big picture. Our job here is to give you all the different stories combined. So the smaller story, the middle story, the large story, and the big picture. What we're starting to do now is we're starting to use our agentic AI to combine the stories. So you'll be able to see how each live session adds to the next and how each chart stacks on top of the other one with each live session. Also with SPDas and with IT Trader. Just verifying something here on the side, pardon me, making sure that the stream is working. So we can expect the story to continue developing on our sessions, as well as in the posts and in the portal, in the Web3 portal. Once it's launched, that's where the story is going to be really, really told and combined. There's plans to get that story to you updated in real time using the agent, so that as we're doing our live sessions and the streams are being calculated on a real-time basis with our compute, and that'll be brought to you in the portal through the mobile apps as well. You could set your alerts for the different pairs. You could essentially set yourself up with the proper trading tools that you need. But I'm going to stop rambling now and give you a bit more of some history, some background for what ForexLens is about and what you should expect. So one of the things that we do is we also publish. So publish essentially a magazine and a quarterly magazine and a monthly magazine. So expect holders will get copies of this. Of course, this one dates back to 2017. These are very hard to find, but you'll be able to actually get copies of the monthly and the quarterlies. That's going to be for holders only. And we are also taking them. We have a publishing company that we're partnered with, so you'll be able to get physical copies. Of course, that's going to have a shipping component. We're still working on that, making sure that international is covered. And yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and pass just shortly. I'm just going to play a little video and then I'm going to pass it over. So just give me one moment. I'm going to play this video first.
ForexLens gives you the edge. ForexLens understands the global economy and financial markets. With machine learning, we give you real-time global analysis and investment strategies. ForexLens lets you invest and earn with institutional traders, even if you're new to trading. Trading and investing made simple with ForexLens. Check out our performance at ForexLens.com. Get the edge on trades. Your eye into the markets. ForexLens.com.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, Igor. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get started off for the second session of the day. It is 3rd of Jan, 2025. We're around about the UK session at the moment. And let's get started off with the story where we almost left in the past one. We'll begin with the Euro USD daily chart, high potential wave counts, and then we'll come back to the price action on the hourly chart. We'll keep the session sharp and intact for about 30-35 minutes, where we'll touch base with Euro USD, dollar index, gold, Dow Jones, SPX 500, NASDAQ, Bitcoin, Solana, and tofu. So let's get started without wasting a moment here. I'd like to tell the story where it's with the most charts from around September 2022, September, October. Some charts are from around November, December 2022, but it all began around the last quarter 2022 with the first impulse. I mean, we've already done that in the previous session, so I will keep it brief. For those who are joining fresh, a warm welcome again, and just a reminder that these sessions will be done twice a day, Asia, London, and late New York. So you can, and it will be scheduled at a particular time, as Igor said. So going forward, you can have okay. I'm just changing the degree quickly to a minor. You can have a time schedule. That's what I was saying earlier. Okay, now this is a classic example of the basic Elliott Wave pattern: 5 up followed by 3 down. I'll just present the pattern here quickly. The idea is to try and know what the markets are doing according to the wave counts and where the markets are standing here. All right, so that's the basic model. And where we are on this chart, we are somewhere here. We're exactly here, not somewhere. We're exactly here. So this pattern, 5 up followed by 3 down, is normally followed by another 5-wave rally. 5-wave rally towards the main trend or the larger trend. The larger trend, which is up already. So following this principle, can just compare what you just labeled on the Euro USD. It's 5 up followed by 3 down. Now the corrective waves are labeled as A, B, C, the same degree here. As discussed the last time as well, wave C would unfold into 5 waves or a diagonal. In this case, it is an impulse. So that's the impulse. Wave 1, 3, sharp. Potential wave 5 is still unfolding as a diagonal, or it is just complete. All right, and without Fibonacci ratios, difficult to move ahead. It gives us a lot of confidence to place our trades. Well, now you can see there. I'll just zoom in a bit. Yesterday, 2nd of Jan, you can see the bottom print at around 1.0230 almost. And the Fibonacci hits around 1.02. So it's just about 20 pips difference on a daily chart. It doesn't really matter much. So I'm of the bears story, which started in September. Story started in September 24. Is to an end or is complete. It's into an end or it is complete, because I can say the smaller degree wave counts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 as the fifth wave as well. Surprise if suppose you're going to be back fiercely from here. And once again, a psychological thing which I always keep mentioning. The beginning and the end of a particular series, like we are just beginning the Jan series. Jan series, we are also beginning the 2025 series. So during during the end of a particular series, whether it's monthly or yearly, a major tops and bottoms are formed across major instruments. So Euro USD, won't be surprised if I see a bottom here. All right, so that's the story, larger picture. Let me quickly take you to this shorter one before we switch to the dollar index. So, okay, wave five. I would just take one. Now it is extending. Let's third wave, and be wave. In that case, we will have another shallow low just around the 200 mark. All right, before the bulls are back again. In that case, watch out for the resistance break above the three handle or three before we can enter or we can suggest. Now the other possibility is the fifth wave complete around 230 as discussed earlier. In that case, you'll see price action right from here and breaking beyond that resistance 450 as discussed in the Europe session as well, Sydney session as well, sorry. So, and then we wait for a corrective decline towards 1.0334. So, in a nutshell, we will we will get a comfortable and a conservative buy entry either from 450 break and a pullback or after 1.02 and then substance. Don't worry, we'll be touching base with each other 3 times a day. So as the story unfolds, we can get right in the real time. All right. Last session we were here somewhere. We are just moving around 40, 50 people on our side. Let's see if there is a resistance coming in. Be prepared for a shallow decline towards 1.02 and then we can get there. All right. All straight towards 1.0450. All right. And there's no need to rush right now on the long side. Even if you're an aggressive trader, because the stock where you can just stop loss is not very certain right now. You can just be prepared on that the bear story, all right, which is going on since last 3.5 months now, is just completing or near to complete, just completed, all right. Maybe by the next session or tomorrow Tokyo, I think we'll be in a better position to find out a trade entry where we'll specifically talk about the entry, stop, and the projected targets. All right. Okay, let's move on to the dollar index now. Again, straight away the pattern. We've done this earlier, so I'm just going a bit fast. 5 down, similar degree, 3 up. So if you want to go ahead and print one more higher degree on this, I would like to print a bracket 1, that is intermediate wave 1, intermediate wave A, 1/A, and here be 2/B into brackets. It indicates one higher degree, all right. Smaller waves are busy forming larger waves of one larger degree. That's it. It's so simple as that. That's the fractal nature my friend was talking about last time. Okay, once again, an impulse wave potentially looks complete. And even the fifth wave, we can count 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I would say testing a major top being formed, or it is already formed. Okay, coming back to the Fibonacci, because that's where the power lies in the natural sequence. And again, 0.61, which is the most powerful of them, is called as the 5, is being tested by most a high degree of probability remains that we are going to see a reaction here. If you flip the chart to a candlestick, if you have a candlestick pattern, I mean, just wait for 24 to, I mean, let's wait for, it will be on 24 to 72 hours from now. Maybe today could be an indecision of being Friday or an engulfing bearish straight away in the New York Open. So some reaction is expected here in the dollar index vis vis a bullish reaction in the Euro USD. So be prepared, maybe today or in the next 24 to 48 hours. We're going to see some reaction again. Yeah. I like to watch the bar. It gives me a clear highs and lows story. So, okay, what we'll be doing for the dollar index is we'll be watching as this we'll be watching a break below that support, which is around 107.45. That is one way, very conservative way though, but it's a sure way. And the second thing that we can do is watch hourly chart. In the last session, I mean the Sydney session, we were talking about a potential lower degree wave 4 being carved out right now. If that is correct, we are going to see price action pushing higher one more time. Maybe that could be the third wave. This could be wave 1, 2, or that is a triangle complete here. We've got wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the fifth wave to an end. It could be in today's New York session. We'll be back again later in the New York session and we'll find out what the story has developed into. All right. So you can keep a tab of what we're discussing right now and what we will be doing after a few hours if the price action moves accordingly. All right. It will give a great level of confidence to what the Elliott waves are. All right. So, as discussed in the euro, the bears are coming closer to end or they have just finished. Similarly, in the dollar index case, confidently, with high level of probability, say that bulls are coming to an end, or the story of the bullish scenario, which started in September 24, is almost coming to an end now. All right. And one more proof is the RSI, which we can see the bearish divergences at the chart. So we'll come up with a specific trade, I think, in the next session or probably Monday, Tokyo. But around 24 to 48 hours from now, we should be good to be on the short side. One more thing which I always like to watch out is the past becoming future resistance zone and vice versa. So in the dollar index, you can see the past support becoming resistance zone right now, and that is on the daily chart, which carries a lot of weight and meaning. Uh, so preparing to sell euros and potentially buy dollars in the next few hours. Now, another wonderful story is being carved out in gold. In the previous session, uh, but first the larger picture, right? So let's do it quickly. That is primary wave one. Remember, the one large degree wave one on the primary has got 5 waves on the minute degree. I'll just show that once again. Okay, that is 1, 2, wave 3 minor goes straight up there. And we are looking for a minor wave 4 being caught out, and then wave 5. So please keep in your mind, ladies and gentlemen, everyone mostly loves to trade gold or invest in gold. There is one more high left. Okay, there you can see the 5 waves. That is a minute degree. Keep checking yourselves. I personally like to do that. Keep checking yourselves. When you're labeling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 is subdividing into 3 waves. 3 is again subdividing into 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, and wave 4 into 3 waves or 5 waves. Because if wave 2 is sharper 1, probably wave 4 would turn as a triangle. So it will go sideways like this. Okay, it will take time. And then the thrust wave, which through the 5th wave higher. All right. So you can see wave 2 was sharper here. Wave 3 again subdivided into 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. here's another classic example of wave 3 extension. The third wave is also an extension. You can count 5 waves here. 1, 2, triangle, 3, 4, and 5. All right. So always remember 1, 2, 1, 3, and 5 are subdivided into 5 waves. 2 and 4 are subdivided into 3 or 5 waves if it is a triangle. So the first glance in gold says the following story. Let's go down on an hourly. Okay, the first story says we are in a minor wave 4, which is pointing south. So maybe a 4-hour time. Okay, so that is wave A of minute degree. You can send in your queries or questions if you're watching the session here. And we'd be more than happy to get back as soon as possible with any kind of support required. Changing the degree to minute 1. All right, so that is minute A complete. Again, looks already 5 waves. Minute B was a flat 535. Sorry, zigzag. And minute wave C is now unfolding probably as an impulse again. So within the impulse, now you know what's an impulse. It subdivides into 5 waves. So we've got wave 1 here. We've got wave 2. In the last session, we were close to 2660 65, correct? But that was the resistance. We were talking about minute wave 2 being completed or just near about completion. So maybe if it is complete, we are going to see a reversal straight from here. If not touch base with the 70 mark, 70, 75, and but high probable count from here is towards the south side, and the stop loss is suggested around 2730, and prices are expected to drop. Let's take an extension of let's pull it down to wave B, and that's where price action suggests. That's around the 2438. So let's stick around mid 400s as a potential target for wave C to complete. Now that wave 4 complete itself, or it could be just the first wave of the triangle. All right. But it's not a trend yet. Even silver is not in a downtrend yet. It is just wave 4 and then one more. And we've already figured out the price action where the targets could take us to. That is 3100, which we discussed in the last session already. All right. But it's not right buying somewhere around the 24 mid 400. It's good. All right. Now let's touch base with the indices, because the story is in the index has traded in such a way that we are going to go north for the next 20 years or so. I mean, the booming 2000s, they say. Uh, just a humble warning, what the charts are saying or telling us a story here. I'm going to pick up three charts very quickly. The Dow S100, which we did not touch in the last session, and the Nasdaq. And if time is there, we'll also touch base with Russell 2000, where the mid cap in the US stocks. I'm not saying, I mean, I'm confidently saying right now that fifth wave is complete, but the potential remains for the fifth wave to complete. As discussed last time, we need to see a break below 41,500. All right. And even conservative, if it breaks 38,500, that would be a certain confirmation that bears are back in control. All right. So keep a watch on that. Longer side, I've been taking longs around at this level, anticipating that we are not going to turn around anytime soon. Would be there would be some price to pay. So be a bit watchful. Okay. Just look at these charts. This is the future SPX 500. Again, the same time frames. We're the same time frames. September, October 2022. The wave structure in SPX 500 was slightly different in the sense that the third wave extended. So now you know what an extension is. Okay. So I'm putting wave 3 there, wave 4 here, and then again 1, 2, possible 3, 4. We have fifth wave. It could be, or it could be maybe a shallow high. So let's put a question mark there. All right. We're not certainly saying that we are topped out. We're just saying be watchful from here. It's not something that everyone is into. I mean, there's so many statistics showing that you got to be careful when everyone is on the same side. That's the third wave extension. The minute degree. All right. So you got to be a bit careful and watchful Our bottom line for SPX 500 is a break below 57. That could be the first signal of a potential top in place. And we will be bringing up the stories each time we meet up. All right. So we are not going to this one out. Okay. The last one, not the last one for this session, the NASDAQ indices. Let's take the mini futures, or because futures would be active right now. See the story here again. Does it all resemble the same story? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, third wave extension. Now that even went up further there. Fourth one and a possible fifth. And I'm telling you what, this is not just 1 degree of 5 waves. It's a multiple degree of 5 waves. What I'm going to do is do a video maybe during the weekend and send it across to Igor. Maybe he can work upon it and post. I think it sounds good, Igor. Yeah, all right. So just be watchful for Nasdaq as well. I'm not saying it's the top, but we could be just around the corner, around maybe one more high. Because I can count the fifth wave here. It's 1, 2, 3, maybe fourth wave is going on. It could be a triangle, and then a fifth wave push higher. So that those are the indices. And let's touch base with Bitcoin. Bitcoin. Again, okay. This is what we did in the last session. So I've kept the counts as it is. So those are the 5 waves: primary wave 1, wave 2. No, that is not wave 1. Wave 1 started slightly below. That is again. Always keep checking. Primary wave 1 should be subdivided into 5 waves, minute degrees. So there's the minute degree 1, 2, 3, expanded flat. So 5, 3, 5, 3, and then 5. So we start counting again 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe wave 5 is still left, and those are the projected targets. Again, as I discussed last session, don't exactly rely until 126. High probable chances do remain for prices to hit 126, but it may it may turn before that. Sometimes it turns around the 38.2% target. So 115, I mean, start winding up your long position. That would be a much safer strategy. And the stop loss, as suggested in the last session, we cannot go and put the stop loss around wave 1. The risk reward ratio won't match up. So maybe you can just lie around below 90, the recent swing low. All right. But that's the beautiful 5 wave picture. And please remember, this story is also reflecting all right. Now this is the larger degree 5 waves, if you can watch out here. That is wave 1, wave 2. Maybe I can draw with a quick arrow. That is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, 2018, lows around wave 4. And then again, the fifth wave is subdividing into 5 waves again. So you see the story again. It's not the first 5 waves which are getting complete. It's the last 5 waves which are getting complete. So if you can see the bigger picture here, and if you can compare it with the Elliott Wave principle, 5 up, if they are going to get complete around 125, then we should high probably see a 3-wave decline of a similar degree. Normally, it comes close to the wave 4 of one lesser degree. It could be 15,000 or it could be even 3,000. But that's the second phase. Right now, let's focus on the last phase, which is around 115, 125. All right. It's like a bird eye view. The the moment you flip the time frame, you start seeing the bigger picture. Okay, a bit correct. Like to wave 1 here and wave 2 there. All right. All is good after that. So once again, Ethereum also maybe one more leg left. We've all counts here in the last session. We'd like to keep it that way. Bottom line is that prices should stay above 2736. Till the time it stays above 2736, it has got all the move, all the chances for one more high. Let me print the price again, somewhere around the 4,800. So let's keep this as a reference for the next session as well. I think Solana was something that we cautioned uh, for another high, correct, the last time. But that was just a caution. But you can see the 5-wave story neatly here. It's so neat here. Wave 1, wave 2, wave 3 subdividing into 5 waves again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That is wave 3. Triangle wave 4, A, B, C, D, E. It's not a triangle though, but it could be a WXY or a 535. Yes, it is a 535. It's a zigzag. And again, 1, 2. It could be possible 3, 4, and another 5. But since price action has dropped almost to 176, I think it's a lower degree wave 4 forming. And if it breaks below the 161, as discussed in the last story, then you've got to be absolutely out of the long trades if you're still there on the long side. All right. Otherwise, maybe worst case scenario, as all the other 3 charts discussed, maybe we can see one more high, but that should be it for Solana. Igor, can you spell the uh, TE